flames were coming out from the windows, and it was, you could see nothing but smog and smoke, and you couldn't even breathe. All you seen was nothing but smoke. Everything was jet black, the sky and everything from all the flames. Really bad.
First on Fox 61 at 6 o'clock, at least 2 firefighters hurt while they battled a massive fire in Waterbury. And it also left more than a dozen people without a home. We'll get you the very latest from the Grass City.
2 men caused quite a scene in one Groton neighborhood. What police say they did after they crashed into a police cruiser. I'm Jamel Johnson. Coming up, more on the intense search and what neighbors have to say.
Good morning and happy Friday. Hope you're feeling good. We are. And thanks so much for starting off your day with us here at Fox 61, America Areas.
And I'm Bridget Bureau. TGIF, we made it almost to the weekend. And it's feeling pretty good out there, a little sticky, but nothing unbearable. Let's send it outside to Matt Scott.
Now, let's go outside to the New England Patio and Hearth Outdoor Studio.
Thank you, Voice from Above. Yes, good morning to you from the Tiki Bar. Looking pretty good. Feeling pretty muggy. The sun is out. The temperatures are warming up. It's also baking that juice that's in place, and as a result, we may get a couple of showers, maybe even a thunderstorm across the sky later on today. Let's talk about it. Start with a look at what you need to know before you go on this Friday. It is a muggy one with dew points already well into the 70s. Watch for a few isolated showers and storms, not a widespread event. The weekend, clearing, drying, enjoying. We'll be talking about that in the 7-day in a few minutes. Your cloud and radar picture is fine for now. We'll see some clouds across the skies, a good amount of them later on today to account for all of that moisture. And again, we're waiting for a front to come on through, and that will bring a couple of showers. That will also bring in the drier air afterwards. Here are your numbers. 72 in Hartford, 73 in New Haven, 71 in Groton. Look at the dew points or look away if you don't want to see these numbers in the lower 70s. Here's the good news. Yeah, it's muggy. Yeah, it will stay muggy today into tonight, but look at that blue. Look at that dry air punching its way back in starting tomorrow and definitely here for your Sunday. For your Friday, temperatures will scale back just a degree or two. Yesterday we got to 89 across much of the state, mid to upper 80s today to account for a decent amount of cloud coverage out there, and again, a few renegade showers and thunderstorms. All right, back out here live on the deck, and in terms of the weekend, I think everyone's going to be out on their own deck / pool / tiki bar, whatever you got outside. We'll talk about the weekend forecast, which I know you're going to enjoy. Stand by, that's coming up in a few minutes. I hope you enjoyed the traffic report. Let's go inside with Erica.
Hopefully everybody enjoys it as well. We have a live look at New Haven. No issues there, not a lot of volume there as well at 6:03, which is what, of course, we want to see, especially on a Friday. As we take a look here, we're going to check out some drive times for you. We're starting in Fairfield County. All right, we're starting to see a little bit of an issue. Volume starting to build from Bridgeport to Fairfield. Of course, on 95 South, that's the big problem spot usually. It's just going to be 8 minutes, though. We're still cruising at 45 miles per hour, and then hopping over to Capital City. Hartford drive times, no issues. We hope it stays that way for you on a Friday. East Hartford to downtown, just 5 minutes on 84 West. And then when we look at New Haven drive times, we're seeing some great news there as well for everybody. A lot of green. We hope it stays that way. We've got just 22 minutes from New Haven all the way to Bridgeport on 95 South. If you are heading out, have a great day. Everyone stay safe. And we're following this developing news out of Waterbury. 2 firefighters hurt after a massive fire that damaged several buildings. Now, crews responded just after 6 o'clock last night to South Main Street, to the area near East and West Clay Street, the intersections there. Now, the smoke could be seen from all across the Brass City. This is what it looks like this morning. You are looking live here right now. You can see all that damage left behind. And at least 15 people have been displaced from their homes because of the fire. Crews believe the fire started in an apartment building. And when they got to the scene, the fire had already spread to several nearby connected buildings. About 50 firefighters responded. They came from all across the city. 2 of them were hurt. Authorities say everyone who was in the buildings at the time of the fire. They've been accounted for. They're safe. The Red Cross and Eversource also responded. Right now, at least 27 customers in that neighborhood are without power. We spoke to a woman who lives nearby, and she told us what she saw after the fire sparked.
One gentleman was able to save a cat. A good friend of mine who's always outside sweeping the sidewalk, she got out safely. And I'm just happy that they all got out and they're okay.
Firefighters say they used 1,000 gallons of water a minute to battle the flames there. Firefighters say the main goal was to stop the fire from spreading to other buildings.
And a wild scene in Groton where police said a man slammed his car into a police cruiser, then drove through a neighborhood before eventually running away. Police tell us that man was not alone and he had some help. Fox 61's Jamel Johnson went to Groton where police said the man is wanted.
Yeah, behind me is right where those two suspects stopped their car, and a nearby neighbor tells me they ran straight up through the marina, and police say they haven't been seen since. It was a normal day for this Bayberry Lane neighbor living on the Groton waterfront.
Even if these guys were bad and they left somebody in the car, maybe I could help them.
He wanted to remain anonymous, but says he saw the whole thing unfold from his front porch.
So as I'm sitting up there, I see this car come screaming down here and go into that road right there. And I said, man, these guys must be in trouble. They got out of the car. Two guys got out of the car and they started coming towards my house. And I told them, don't come over here. I already called the police. I figured something wasn't right.
One of those men police say is Jaden Rivera. Police do not know the name of the other man Rivera was riding with. The neighbor tells me the two men ran towards the marina just up the hill from where they parked the car.
I just hope they got the guys. Well, they knew who they are. He told me that. It's a lot of area to cover. I just hope that they aren't going to come back this way. I don't think they will.
Police say Rivera is wanted for a first-degree attempted assault. He's also wanted for criminal possession of a firearm. Mela Marcotte lives in Jupiter Point, the next neighborhood over from Bayberry Lane. She says she saw the heavy police presence and wondered what was going on.
And they told us to stay in the house and lock the doors. That's what we've heard, and then this has been going on for quite a few hours. Well, it's a pretty quiet neighborhood, so we're not used to seeing all this kind of activity down here.
Police had an extensive presence at Bayberry Lane, but after a few hours of searching, they cleared out of the area.
It's amazing how he's covered so much ground in such a short period of time. It's like a little weird, right? They were unable to find him. They had everybody here, from all the different towns trying to find him. This guy must be pretty good. Pretty elusive, it's very strange.
Groton police had help from several neighboring departments in the search, including state police and the Department of Energy and Environmental Protection. Now, police searched the area for a few hours, but they ultimately left. But before they did, they towed away the car. In Groton, Jamel Johnson, Fox 61.
Jamel, thank you. Happening today, the East Haven man accused of killing his sister, Donna Caponera, back in May, is expected back in court. 56-year-old Sean McCormick faces a felony murder charge. He's not yet entered a plea. Court documents say McCormick was his sister's full-time caregiver and also power of attorney as she suffered from late-stage Alzheimer's. Police say Sean McCormick confessed to officers about killing his sister.
An abrupt retirement, a police escort, and now questions surround Hartford's former city treasurer. The city is auditing both the treasurer's office and its billion-dollar pension fund. Fox 61's Kate Pattyfoot has the latest.
That's right. The city treasurer's office has been under scrutiny after Carmen Sierra retired suddenly this week. Now the mayor's office says the police were called after she returned to City Hall after her departure. Now questions are being raised about the ongoing audits into the office and the pension fund. On July 6, Carmen Sierra sent a letter to her staff that she was retiring, effective immediately. 2 days later, the mayor's office says it received reports that Sierra had returned to the treasurer's office. In a statement, Mayor Roonan Arulampalam said in response, the Hartford Police Department assisted to ensure city property remained secure. While not all facts are clear yet, it is unacceptable for any former elected official to access secure city facilities after vacating their position. But the questions extend beyond that incident. The city's internal audit department is now reviewing both the treasurer's office and the pension fund, which is valued at more than $1 billion. Well-known activist and CEO of Hartford nonprofit Angel of Edgewood, Jendaya Scott, is still trying to process what happened.
To take an opportunity to do something that's unethical, that makes it harder for other women who are trying to come up in politics and make a change in their neighborhoods, like it's really, really disheartening.
Sierra was elected to a 4-year term as treasurer in 2023. In this position, she handled all city funds, responsible for pension portfolio, which is over $1 billion, and manages all city cash and oversees the banking services. Donna Barberi, the city's chief auditor, confirmed with Fox 61 the audit was already underway. She says the Internal Audit Commission received tips regarding the administration of the pension fund since Sierra was elected. She also confirmed several changes within the Pension Commission, including the departure of the commission chair, Sean Wooden, and Nicholas Tregilla.
It did raise a lot of flags for me when several people resigned from the commission, and it should have raised a red flag for several others in the community. And so by them stepping away, it said a lot.
Once the audit is complete, we will share the findings here on our free Fox 61 News app and on fox61.com. In Hartford, Kay Patty Foote, Fox 61.
The search is on for a new Democratic nominee in Maine's U.S. Senate race. It comes after Graham Plattner dropped out of the race following a rape allegation from a former girlfriend. Plattner denied the allegations, but he faced growing pressure from members of his own party to step aside, including those who previously endorsed him, like Senators Bernie Sanders and Elizabeth Warren. Maine Democrats plan to hold a convention before the end of the month to select a replacement. They have until July 27th to decide and say Plattner will have no influence over the process. So far, 5 candidates have entered the race, and the person selected will face off against incumbent Senator Susan Collins in November. And still ahead on the Fox 61 Morning News at 6, more than 500,000 Cobalt tools have been recalled. What you need to know if you have some in your garage.
Plus, the IRS says it's making it easier for taxpayers to get relief from tax penalties. We'll tell you more on what this could mean for you. Stay with us.